CoCo Johnson, your Lady of Wellness. Join me as I address topics in all things wellness, from mental health, social disparities, and education, advocating for those who suffer in silence. Hi, I'm CoCo Johnson, your Lady of Wellness, brought to you today by Rosa Sharon All Naturals. Change your life one tablespoon at a time. Hello, hello, hello. We're back again with Mr. Donald FoSho Martin.
Hey,
Welcome.
thank you so much. I'm glad to be back. Last time we kind of did, I was in a room and it was kind of like fuzzy, I feel like, but I'm in the flush, as my older people say, the flush. I'm in the flush to be here. So thank you for the opportunity again of being here. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you for accepting the invitation, because I really wanted you in studio because it's more personable and we get to talk a little bit deeper, a little bit more, laugh a little bit more. So thank you. Welcome again. And thank you for dropping by.
I appreciate it. I'm honored to be here.
All right, let's get into it.
Sure.
So, we're always talking about wellness. We're advocating for wellness, self-improvement, betterment. And so I like your spin on life. So the reason I say that is because you are not only just walking the walk, you're talking the talk, but you're doing it in a way to get the message across in a different style. So you're a comedian, you're an author, and now you're an actor.
Yes, I just signed my first contract like 2 days ago, and we start filming. We start filming on Tuesday, and so when you was talking about the wellness, I think in mental health, I think one of the greatest things you can do is love yourself.
Yes.
I think when you understanding how great you are and how beautiful you are and how magnificent you're unique, because there's only one of you.
Yes.
And so once you understand that you're a really dope individual, then it allows you your mental, your health, and how you treat yourself and how you do things. Because a lot of people say this, I deserve better. We say that whether in relationships, whether in our employment opportunities, we always say we deserve better. But actually, you deserve better from you.
That's true.
Like, we look for everybody else to give us better, but better actually starts within.
Yes.
And so I think that's a part of the mental health. So in my acting, my comedy, and I'm being an author, I just want to share with people that stop looking on the outside and look within. We can look up with your faith, but you need to look within, because we have been given the ability to have all the power that we need within us.
Yes, indeed. Because if we don't know ourselves, then how do we expect to show people how to treat us?
Amen. True.
Yes.
It's true.
I have a great friend. She taught me that a long time ago about show people how to treat you.
Yeah.
And
true.
so when you treat yourself a certain way, people automatically know, they sense it, that, okay, I can't go this way with certain people, or I can't do this with certain people, because they know their worth. And let's talk about that. So worth, self-worth, and how that reflects on not only after you figure it out for yourself, how you can display it to others.
Right. So the first thing is, with self-worth, you got to understand that you're not perfect. Because sometimes what we do is we thinking being powerful, being great, that we're perfect. So a lot of times, because we make mistakes or we make bad decisions, then we start internalizing, then our worth don't become what it needs to be. So that's the first step, is understand I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna know all the answers. I'm gonna jack up at times.
Right.
So, but then how you display is, because what you're talking about before is really you setting boundaries.
Yes.
And sometimes you can set boundaries without even speaking what your boundaries are. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you present yourself. Your language, how you converse with other people, how you do certain things. It allows you to see something that is something different about that individual. And it's really what you do in private. That because when you're a private success, that's what you really want to be. You want to be a self-worth, you want to be a private success, because there's a lot of people that are public success but private failures.
Right.
And so in self-worth and self-boundaries, as you get to know yourself, you understand, I know my worth, so knowing my worth, it starts with me on how I treat myself. Young lady told me yesterday, she was like, one thing you got to understand is you got to have a day for you. She said, pick out a day that's just for you, where you get your a manicure or a pedicure. I get them, so I get a manicure and pedicure, whether it's a deep tissue massage. She was like, because you're on the road a lot and you do a lot of traveling, you need to find out a time for you. And when you find out a time for you, she's like, you are going to understand that your life is going to be enriched. And so I think that is one of the things. You're not perfect, but how you display is, listen, I'm willing to take time for me, because we take time for everybody else.
Yes, indeed.
We answer the phone for everybody else.
Yes.
We'll make sure everybody else got what they're going on. But when are you going to do what's good for you? Because selfishness, the word selfishness is a bad word.
It is.
But when you're on a plane, and the stewardess says, or the flight attendant says, if the plane is going down and the masks come out, before you help anybody else, put the oxygen mask on you.
Right.
Because you got to think about, I can't help you if I can't help myself. And I think that's one of the things in all types of relationships, when we understand, especially in couples, I've learned, after 2 divorces, I learned, and I look at me, I don't look at as things that I could have done different, but I understand this as far as the individual works on the couple.
Yes.
Because as you work on the individual, that's going to take care of the couple. So I believe that's the self-worth part.
Yes. And so I like the whole self-worth. I like the whole self-help yourself. I love that aspect of it. But I'm really cautious. And the reason I say I'm cautious, because sometimes some people, if they don't understand what that means truly, they think that, I don't have to do nothing for anybody else because it's all about me.
Yeah.
And I walk a fine line with that, because I want others to know that you have to know yourself. But you also have to be able to project and do things in the world to help others.
Right.
So what do you think about that thought about, because everybody's in this, I'm in self-care mode. I ain't got time for everything else. I ain't got time for you. There's a fine line there, and people need to understand.
So the fine line is really your heart. Good. This is what I understand. Like, they say money changes an individual.
Yes.
It changes opportunities. If you're a good-hearted person, once again, you self-care, you're a good-hearted person because of who you are. You're going to take care of yourself, but you're going to make sure others are taken care of first. What you're doing is you're just making sure that you're in the proper position to be able to help others.
That's true.
And so that, it's because you have people broke, you got broke people that's selfish.
Yes.
And then when they get money, they selfish still.
Right.
And you got people that broke will give you their last dime. Understand, when they get money, they still givers. And so I think that's why the thin line is really, what was you like before you got this? Or what were you before you got the revelation? Because, people always tell me, like, man, you always been a helper. But now I'm talking about self-worth, but back then, because you got to be careful, because sometimes you can help others because you want validation.
Yes. There you go.
You're not doing it. Like, if I open the door for you and you don't say thank you, and I get mad, I should have never opened that door.
Because you did out.
Because I did it out of you to show who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
To validate me. But if I open the door, you never say thank you, you never do anything. The point is, I open the door.
Absolutely.
Because of who I am, I know in order, and just the respect I have for women and how I was raised, I'm gonna open the door regardless if you say thank you or not.
Well, yes.
And so I think that's the thin line is, when people say self-worth, if they selfish, and they were selfish before they got the revelation of self-worth. So I think it's who you are anyway, your makeup and who you are.
Exactly. So you always have your tagline is God did it.
God did it.
I love it. So what made you make that your absolute, like, that's your tagline. You say that all the time.
So last year was God's plan.
Mm-hmm.
So it was God's plan. I'm gonna be honest. I never thought I'd be in this position. I never thought I'd be doing podcasts. I never thought I sit on the airplane. I was at one place, did 3 shows in 2 days. I was in the green room and I was crying, and they came in and brought me like refreshments or water. I was crying. They was like, so no, God did it. Like, so when I look at my life, I know it was God. Like, I could never wrote this story. I could have never. Author, comedian, actor. I'm a blue collar, worked 30, 40 years. I used to work so much. So now I know when people look at me, I have to let them know I got this because of God. So God did it. So God always tell me, I know one thing about you, son, you're going to give me the glory, but it's your story.
Oh, wow.
So it's
That's
powerful. So he says, it's my glory, but your story.
All right.
So all I want you to do is go out there and tell your story, give me the glory. And so the glory is God did it.
All right.
It's my story because I did have to obey. I did to put in some work. And it just didn't happen like a fairy tale. Oh, no, I didn't cry. I didn't went broke. I didn't sleep in my car. I didn't had no money, negative bank account, all types of things that happened in my life. And when I look back over these things, I know God carried me.
Yes.
So
indeed.
God did it.
God did it.
God
All
did
right.
it. I can't give no credit to nobody else but God.
That's awesome. So when people understand the whole idea, and I'll go around, I say this all the time, when you know it's for you, it's directly for you.
Yes.
And when people understand that, then they understand that there's no competition.
None.
This world is full of many people, and it's a lot of different things that everybody has a gift for. And some people have the same gift, but they're not always exactly the same. Yeah. So when you, can you talk and elaborate on that a little bit of understanding, because this goes with worth. This goes with understanding. This goes with knowing who you are and how to take care of yourself. Yeah.
So it's peace. You know, I got peace because there's no competition.
That's awesome.
Because I want you to shine. I literally want you to shine. I want you to be great. Whether it's with me, whether it's without me, I want you to be great. So they say what, 8 billion people in the world?
Yeah.
See, so I think worldwide. I really only need 0.0000001% to like what I do. I think that's like 80,000 people.
Wow.
So when you look at it, I just need 0.00001. So I need 80,000 people worldwide to believe in what I do. 80, that's a lot of people. Because I'm not looking at just Indiana. I'm not looking at just Georgia. I'm not looking at the United States. I want people to understand that someone in Indonesia, someone in the Philippines, someone in Russia, someone in Germany, there's someone now that, because you know, your podcast, YouTube is worldwide, somebody's going to click on this at 3 a.m. in the morning and see this young black man talking about self-worth, talking about all the things, and they're going to be like, look at him and say, man, if he can do it, I can do it. And we may be doing the same thing. You may be doing the same thing that I'm doing, but I still want you to succeed because your audience is different than my audience. Everybody's not going to like O'Donnell, FoSho, Martin, and that's really not a problem. I don't like myself sometimes. So understand, but when there's no competition and there's enough for us to eat, we all got an audience.
Jim just said something there about if we all have enough to eat, which
we do.
There's plenty.
There's plenty. Even with your products and what you do, somebody may see that and may do copy it, ingredient on ingredient, come up with the same. And you got to look at it as like it's a compliment. Thank you. Because at the end of the day, your mental health and wellness is what you teach. You want anybody. So if somebody else is teaching it, like I could come up with an idea And if somebody takes my idea that has money behind it and do it,
Right.
the whole goal of it getting done was not so it could benefit me, but to benefit the audience. So if you have something that can benefit people and you can't get to that market, somebody else can, at least you understand that somebody is going to be healthier,
Yes.
even though it didn't come through you.
Yes.
So
That's awesome. So we're going to take a brief break. Before we do, we're going to bring up your book. But after the break, we're going to talk more about your book.
okay, sure.
All right, great.
Thank you so much.
So today, our sponsors are Rosa Sharon All Natural, changing lives one tablespoon at a time. With our natural gels in various flavors, come check out Rosa Sharon. Now, let's get into this book. It's a beautiful pain. Why this title?
Why? That's a great question. Because when my journey, through my struggle, through my tears, through everything, I began to look at me. And I always say this: God had to cut me, and then He gutted me.
Oh, wow.
And then I began to see all the pain. I began to see all the failures. I began to see all the issues. But then out of all that, I began to mature. I began to be beautiful. So I said, oh, out of all this pain, I recognized my beauty. And that's one thing, especially being a man, we don't want to say beautiful.
Yes.
But in my masculinity and who I am, I wanted to be like, this journey has been a beautiful pain. Because that's an oxymoron. Beautiful pain.
Yes, together.
Together. But I will never be this powerful individual without my pain. But it's been beautiful because I'm the beautiful pain.
All right. So you recognize.
I recognize
the truth within.
Within, going back to what we talked about self-worth earlier, I recognize that everything that I need that God has given me is within me. And so I'm like, oh, this is painful. But hold your head up. Smile. Brush your teeth. Take a shower. Put on some good clothes. Take a walk. Enjoy the sunrise. Enjoy, even though externally it doesn't seem like it's dark.
Yes.
We're going to make this a bright day. So then I understood it's a beautiful pain. My tears was actually my water.
Yes.
For growth. So.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, so
it reminds me of something my mom used to always instill in me and my sisters. She says, even though you're going through some things, doesn't mean that you need to display that you're going through things.
Yeah.
So you reminded me of her because she always said that. Yeah. She was like, get up, put on some clothes, put on, take a shower, get up and eat, do something. Don't just sit in it, because you got to think that generation had so much more going on in a different aspect. They had little information. They only knew to work, and they couldn't always display because it was just that hard mindset of get up, go to work. You got to provide for this family. And they were dealing with mental issues, but they were always taught, do not let that display on the outside, because it was a sign of weakness.
Yes.
But in this spin of things, in the way you're explaining, is that it's not necessarily weakness, it's growth.
Yeah, because like you said, going back to what you said about like your mom and our generations, we're standing on their shoulders and understanding that they had way worse than we had.
Yes.
Like, I mean, we still deal with issues. Don't get me wrong. We still got the elements we deal with, but I've learned that, because I'm a very emotional person. You can see, I mean, I got tears in my eyes now, but I'm a very emotional person. That's probably one of my sunglasses. But I always used to wear my emotions on my shoulder. That affected all my relationships, my marriages, affected my parenting, it affected whoever I dealt with. So I just learned that, like in the book, I'm telling you in the book, my first chapter is called Facts or feelings. I've learned I have two buckets in my life, in my mind.
Yes.
I have a feeling bucket and I have a fact bucket. So my feelings and my emotions, I'm temper tantrums. I'm a failure. I've been through this.
Which we all have.
God be like, ain't nothing wrong with them feelings. Just put them in the bucket.
Yeah.
Put all them feelings in the bucket. And this is a daily thing. This is not you do it one time. Because sometimes we have issues. So I put it in the bucket. Then he said, I need you to go to the fact bucket. And you just pull out the facts. The feelings, you feel like a failure. But the fact is you overcome a lot of things in your life. The feeling is you feel like you broke, but you understand that you now have a roof over your head. The feeling is you feel like you're never going to succeed, but the fact is you're doing better than you are now than you was last year. The feeling is I feel like I'm never going to move forward in life, but the facts are you're actually doing great things and you're more of a the feeling is no one is listening, but then the fact is that somebody will call you and say you inspire me on your Facebook Live or your post or whatever. Because I have feelings. Because see, when the curtains close, that's the feelings. They come out. They're gonna say feelings be like, go ahead and talk that good talk. Yeah. But when you close them curtains, the real you comes out. So that's where the feelings is at. And then that's why I gotta okay, this is what we're gonna do. Let me just throw it in the bucket. And then let me go pull out the facts. Because the facts is what's going to keep me from destroying myself. Because I see where I come from. So.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
So when people get into their emotions, and it seems like after COVID, everybody's in their feelings. Can't say this, you can't do that. Everything is politically correct. And it sometimes feel like in a way that it's kind of like a bottleneck situation because you have all these things, but you have to have those distinctions of what's facts and what's just emotional feelings. And so I like that about how you put that in there for people to understand that about themselves. So in another part of your book, you talk about how when you grew up and there were different emotions as far as a childhood and things that happened in your childhood. And we kind of touched on that in our last show, but I want you to touch a little bit deeper as far as how you decided to put it all out. Just get a book, pencil, paper, let's do this.
One of the toughest things so the book, the way it was designed, so the first chapter, Facts and Feelings, was supposed to be the last chapter.
Wow, I've heard that before.
Yeah, but I wanted to put it in the beginning, and the reason why I did that is because I was scared to write the book.
All right.
Because I deal with all my failures. And God began to tell me and say, if people is caught up in the old Donald Martin, if people are still caught up in your past, they're not ready to go with you in the future.
Yes, indeed.
So when I wrote it, I'm crying. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. And I'm writing it, and I said, I'm sharing my all. It's some stuff in the book that my mother didn't know until she read the book.
Wow.
Yeah, I was molested at 15.
Oh, okay.
And then I met my perpetrator. I met him when I was 27 at the time. At 15, I was like 130 pounds. Thin guy. And when I seen him at the age of 27, I'm 280. Seen him at a Walmart. And I don't think he's living anymore, but I seen him at a Walmart. And when I seen him at a Walmart, he was, I became that kid again. I talk about, just talk about molestation and talk about, you don't talk about them things. You don't discuss
them. That's in the Black community.
Yeah, in the Black community. So God had to just rip me of my identity because I hid behind the jokes. I hid behind the inspirational speaking. I hid behind all them things, and I bared it all.
Wow.
And when I bared it all, it was like scared to put it out.
That took guts.
Oh, yeah. Because and even shout out to Kavina White. She was my editor and my publisher. I was writing it, and so now you can write, but you also can do everything vocally.
Audio.
Yeah, you know, you can auto, whatever. And so when I was doing it, I sent her one of the copies, and she sent a voicemail, and she didn't even read the chapter. She was like, "I want to tell you, you're not giving it your all." I had to rewrite some of them chapters because I just wanted to write a book.
Right.
I want to be an author.
Yeah.
I wanted that title.
Well, why?
Because I wanted validation. I wanted to be, oh my God, he writing a book. I can walk around and say, I'm an author now. I ain't just no comedian, I'm an author now. So bow down. I'm doing great things. Titles. And God says, oh, you need validation still? You still trying to get validation? You still trying to be accepted? So then God says, stop it. Let's do this over.
Help my people.
Yeah. And he said, because this book, you're going to have people that's going to read this book that's going to understand where you've been and where you... They did a book report at Tech High School on the book.
Wow.
3 young men, and they've read the whole book because it's an easy read.
Yeah, you
can read that book.
It definitely is.
You can read that book in a one setting because it gives you. It's like boom, boom, boom. I ain't trying to give you a lot of words. I just want to give you my truth. So I got people writing book reports on it. I got people sending it to different places. I'm praying. I'm praying also. I pray when people read it, they take it to the Goodwill, so somebody else can pick it up.
Oh wow!
Because it ain't about.
That's interesting.
It ain't because this is what I said. Like it was funny though. I don't know if somebody took the 20. I got 21 books that they were shipped yesterday, and I couldn't find them. Missing 21 books, so kind of upset, kind of mad a little bit. But I was like, if they did steal the box, the Amazon box, they got some books.
They got some books,
and I hope they read it.
Oh, wow.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about, I always say it's not about me. Yeah. That's why the self-worth is important, because I understand my self-worth is actually to pour out to others. But until I get the self-worth, if I didn't have self-worth, that book would have never came out.
Yes, indeed.
Because with my self-worth, I know who I am. I really am not afraid if you read the book and you don't want to be with or be associated with Donald Martin.
That's okay. Those ain't your people.
Right. Move on. Right. But that's where the self-worth comes in. Because I'm not afraid of rejection or abandonment anymore. Not anymore. I am so free. I never thought I could be this free.
Wow.
When I wake up, it's really literally, it's an out-of-body experience. It's like sometimes I'll be walking behind myself and I'll be like, that's Donald Martin. Donald Martin, you did that. Donald, oh my God, I'm proud of you. Because the little Donald, that picture, that's the little Donald. The little Donald is proud of me because I was able to tell our story.
Right.
And little Donald is like, thank you.
Thank you, little Martin.
Yeah.
All right, so we dug in deep.
Yeah.
We only got a few more minutes left, so let's get into the on the street, on the plane, everywhere, Donald Martin FoSho. Let's get into that. So you have a comedy show coming up today, right?
I'll be in, today's the 16th, so March 16th, I'll be in Gary, Indiana.
All right.
Shout out to Counselor Spencer. He's an amazing gentleman, and Gary, and let me just tell you this story, how that worked. I did a show for a pastor. Did a Sunday morning service. He was shocked. He didn't know what to expect. I did some comedy where he's linked up with the counselor, the state representative. The state representative calls me and said, man, the pastor, what his name is, said, this man, I ain't never seen this man so happy and so excited about an individual. Hooked me up with him. I went in December, did like a 10-minute piece, and then they said, we loved it, so we want you to do a show.
Nice.
And so I got that going on. Then I got to be in Atlanta tomorrow. I got a show in Atlanta. And I'm on the road.
You on the road.
And I going back to, I can't believe it myself. I be literally like, wow. this is going on. That's why God did it. Like I be literally like, I get emotional about it because I'm literally doing what I love to do.
That's the thing.
And what I love to do is to inspire others. Not to do the comedy. It's not to be an author. It's not to be any of them things. But what I love to do is inspire others, because I want them to be able to look at me and I say, be a poster child. When they feel discouraged and feel upset, I just want them to remember Donald Martin said I can do it.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Well, yeah. So you've been in and out of town, Indianapolis, Atlanta, Indianapolis. I saw you last month at the All-Star. You stopped by a booth.
Yeah.
Rosa Sharon booth.
Rosa Sharon, the drink you gave me was amazing. It tastes good, because usually healthy stuff tastes like cardboard. It actually tastes good, and it's healthy for you. So I felt better. I actually, because on the road, I need to really be drinking that, because I'm constantly going. But I felt the energy. But if it tastes, I like, something tastes good when you look at it. So I drank it, I'm like, this is the Rosa Sharon. And so I loved it.
All right, cool. And so we're about to wrap up, and I appreciate you stopping by.
Sure.
Is there any tips or any last minute words you want to tell the audience?
So audience, thank you for joining in, first of all, to this podcast. I want you to understand and know that become who you already are. The tips I want you to understand, you're not perfect. No one's perfect. You made a lot of mistakes. We all have made a lot of mistakes. But I want you to look at that individual within and begin to love on yourself. I'm going to give you a tip. Write down 10 things that you like or love about yourself. A lot of times we'll focus on the negative things about ourselves, but find ways to talk about you. Brag on you to you. That's what I want you to do.
All right. And how can people get in touch with you?
So you can get in touch with me. You can follow me on social media, and Instagram is really where I need you to follow me. It's FoSho 413. That's FoSho 413. You can follow me on TikTok at FixYo, YOFACE, Fix Your Face 413. Or you can do it with the dinosaur Facebook at Donald Martin, the comedian. So just follow me. Keep praying for us as we move forward.
All right. Thank you for coming on today. We want to thank you for joining us today on the CoCo Johnson Show. Until next time, check us out on YouTube and Facebook, The Dinosaur, and Instagram. Thank you for joining us today. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Rosa Sharon All Naturals, changing lives one tablespoon at a time. Thank you.